how do we as artists assume the responsibility of ethical practice? Are we aware of the influence of the places we have been, where we live, and what we create? The things that we have been exposed to? What are the impacts of this on our individual art practices? How does this shape the meaning and context of our work? What happens when we enter the frame? Engaging with culture and the history of art making can present new ideas, new concepts, and new meanings. But what responsibility do we take in how these new meanings are read, interpreted, and reproduced? My work has always touched on this border between cultures, on these quiet tensions, always with the intention to present my own story or perspective. But how can a different way of working form the basis for potentially rebalancing the power dynamics of exchange? In a globalized world, the unique aspects of cultures are inherently important. As artists, what role do we play? And how can we navigate the questions of authorship and cultural conflicts? Can we use the phenomenon of exchange itself to provide a connection between cultural stories, to instead bring a duality of voices? And so I ask, what are the potential benefits of utilizing a conceptual ethical gaze and modalities of exchange in cross-cultural arts practice? This research project aims to interrogate the phenomenon of exchange and deeply explore this within the framework of a conceptual ethical gaze. Different theories of the gaze examine the ways in which we see or are seen. Bill Nichols presents the notion of an ethical gaze in the field of documentary film. Images, however, are unstable. Their meanings and interpretations shift and are impacted by the means of their constant reproduction. Working with the concept of intersubjectivity, the process and product of sharing experiences, the project will use a participatory action research methodology, where the participants have equal control during all aspects of the research process. This will seek to present potential modes of cross-cultural arts practice that focuses on the significance of ethical awareness. Utilizing autoethnography techniques, the project will seek to explore the act of exchange itself as a way to navigate these shifting translations of meanings and symbols with dualities of perspectives. Judith Butler presents the important basis of ethical questioning of the self that will underlie the project. The act of deeply investigating my own practical studio approaches and questioning why I work the way I do. The research will also explore the influence of new technologies in the practice-led research experimental exchanges, which will be undertaken with an ethics approval. These technologies will challenge the conventional modes of viewing and spectatorship in art and photography by encompassing a 360-degree perspective, capturing all participants and viewers of the exchange. The research project seeks to explore new ways of interrogating cultural dialogues and decentering power dynamics in order to form potential ways to create respectful and inclusive cross-culturally engaging artwork.